In this short video, we're going to be going over the second video here that is understanding the global settings, and which is the default global settings and page options. Now, if you look at this dashboard here and you visit easysalespress, it has the default post settings. Now, let me just bring this up here. You'll see here that these are the default post settings for the global pages. So anytime I edit this and I come down to the bottom and I click Save, which is on the right hand side. Whenever I change the global settings and I go and create a new page, this is the settings that are going to be created on the new page. Now, this doesn't mean that you cannot customize every page. You can, but this is when I go and install a new page, this will be the default settings. So go and customize your global settings. If you want a background image on every one of your pages when you start a new page, this is where you do it. And I'll show you how to exactly do that. If I don't want a background image, but I want a solid color, instead, you just pick your color. It has color pickers there, or gradient color for the top and the bottom, and so forth. This is where you go and do it. Also for footer background, I'll get into that more. And then your page layout, you can set the, if you want the full width, which is the entire full width of the browser, or you want a fixed width, and you can set the width. The padding is the padding on the, let me just show you real quick. Here is the padding right here. So if I visit a page, you'll see here that the padding is the distance between this border line here and where your text or your bullets start. So this is the area of the padding. If I come down some more, you'll see that says background color, which is obviously the background color of this page right here. That's the background color. And then if you just move along, and you can see the background color is obviously the color of the content box, which is obviously right now it's white. Obviously, if you want it to be transparent, here's a little trick. If I want the background to be transparent, if I put in, for example, 0.01, the background is going to be of the content box. The background of the content box is going to be the same as the page background. You see that? So I'll get into that more deeply in a little bit. Obviously, this is the border settings. So the border, here's the border right here of the content box. And you can have the border color. You can have round colors on and off. Now, the horizontal position and the vertical position is a really cool concept. So for example, if I, right now, the horizontal position is in the middle. So here's the horizontal position going this way. It's in the middle of the page. So if I move it to the, let me just, for example, if I move it to the left, from the left side, and if I put, for example, and this is in percentages, so if I put in 20%, what's going to happen here is that this whole content box is going to move to the left of the browser. See that? Or you can also go have it move to the right of the browser, the entire content box. It's really cool. Just fiddle around with it, play around with it, and you'll see exactly how it works. From there, obviously I'm going to put it in the middle. Now the vertical position, this is a very important position, the vertical position. This is the vertical, obviously talks to top and bottom. So if right now I have a little bit of space on the top here, and you can see that, keep in mind that when you log out of WordPress, this will change because I added some extra padding when you're logged into WordPress. So make sure if you want to see the true picture of the the vertical, make sure you're logged out of WordPress. So that's what that does. So if I decrease this, it'll move it right to the top of the browser. If I add more vertical, it'll lower it. Very, very cool. And that's what that does. And the outer glow is you can put a shadow effect around the border. This is the border. You can just enable that, and it'll put a nice shadow effect around the border, and you can have the different colors and so forth. All right. Here you can do the page content. Again, this gets into the header background. You can have a logo and just upload find the logo on your hard drive, and you can upload it and so forth. And you can have the logo inside the content box or outside the content box, left, right, and so forth. Again, I'll get into more of this in more details. It has a top widget area when you create a widget. This is if you want to put in a nav bar and so forth, or if you want to show the page info and title. I'll get into this more, and I'll get in much depth. There's a lot to explain here and how this works. And this is the footer text that you can put in, which is obviously at the very bottom of the page here, footer text. All right. Then you have the content styles. This is fairly self-explanatory. I will be getting into the widgets, how it has a top menu. This is for the nav bar, and how it also has a footer box. Now the content styles are very important. For the defaults, obviously you want to set the size of the font and the line height of the lines of text. And this is the default font color and for links. And you can change all this and the fonts, and you can add more fonts and so forth in your font management. This is for widgets. So for example, if you have header links and so forth, you can change all that right here. And this is for bullets. Now right now I can have the default change to any one of these graphic bullet points. And again, I can change the for a specific page and the page options if I want. And this is the line height and the bullet padding. So you just play around with that and you'll see exactly how that works. And then your SEO and tracking. So your obviously your keywords, your description, Google tracking, and any JavaScript code that you want to put in there that goes into the header. Now obviously that's the global settings, and as you can see here, if I create a page and if I add a new page, it also has the exact same settings on page options. So if I scroll down here and if I click on this Easy SalesPress options, you'll see that the same exact thing happens on page options. So point number one, set your default settings so when you create a new page, that's what it is. And you can customize the page right here and tweak it to any layout and change that you want for your specific page needs, whether it's a one-time offer or a sales page or just a little guru page with a nice background or video, video page and so forth. So you have your page options and your global options. Thank you.